2-point play. Swatted away. The Razorbacks with the rejection, and it's still a 2-point game. Last shot made in by Trent. A little kiss on the inside. Inbounds the ball. Just over 8 minutes left in the half. Chibishevsky takes it up.
I don't know why he's even out there. They should have shot him when he originally got into foul trouble.
He can't get the first. Rose checks in for the first time.
That's got to be frustrating. They desperately need to narrow the gap, and instead, they come away empty.
That last shot off target, and it's a 4-point game. Clan shoots the turnaround. Swish.
They're really clicking out there, Vern. They're reacting perfectly to each other. Those kind of assists are going to come easy to them if they keep this up.
That last 15-footer was no good by Grass. Tipped away. But it's tracked down by Meredith. On the mark. Big swing from beyond the arc.
He really gets his legs underneath him to gain great leverage on his jumper.
That shot missed by Cossey. The Razorbacks can push their lead to double digits. The Razorbacks will retain possession. Meredith inbounds the ball. Bounces it to the perimeter. A big-time rejection. Releases. Hits the shot to make it a double-digit lead.
Nice job to convert from you close. He didn't mess around right there. Just straight up.
Last shot jammed in by Cossey. Deflects the pass. The Razorbacks will retain possession.
Nice heads-up defensive work. Believe me, little plays like that eventually seep into your opponent's heads.
Clan has it on the perimeter. Top of the key. Raises up. They push the lead to double digits on the basket. By Cortez. Idaho takes its first timeout of the game. Chibishevsky inbounds the ball. Grabs. Meredith pulls it down.
The D was working on that one, and it was just enough to throw it off.
Clan takes the shot. On the mark with the fadeaway.
This guy is fun to watch, Vern. He can really fill it up.
Deflected. The Vandals will get this one back.
Nice heads-up defensive work. Believe me, little plays like that eventually seep into your opponent's heads.
To the rim. The layup was banked in by Grass.
Gets it to go with the soft kiss.
Arkansas with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run. And it's picked up by Idaho. McElroy elevates. A huge dunk to polish off the break.
Perfect execution on the break. And oh, go to the hoop strong. To the 10.
Gets it on the perimeter. Harmon dishes it to the right. Glover hands it off. Top of the key. Skips it to the left block. Inside. Hit it, got fouled, And he'll have a shot at the three-point play.
Oh, look at the physical. Powered it through the contact and hit.
Substitution on the court.
He completes the three-point play. Cortez is needed out on the floor. He didn't get much of a rest. About 5.5 minutes left in the half. Grabs. Backs him down. 1 feet. Puts it up. No good from three-point land.
Good D to get that hand in his face. They're staying with him out there.
Takes it in. It's ripped down by Minor.
This guy can usually finish in traffic, but the D was too good, even for him on that one.
Passes to the perimeter. Rebounded by Cortez. Deflected. And it's scooped up by Bonfim. King hits the inside shot.
Don't they realize this guy is running?
Letting that close without a hand in his face, he'll make you pay for it. Stolen by King.
Team foul.
He can't get the first. He sinks the second. Tipped away, but it's recovered by Patton. Right around 5 minutes left in the half. Stolen by Idaho. The Vandals can trim the lead to single digits. Bonfim watches it, gets the bucket.
It looks like they're ready to pick up the pace, Vern. They got right into the offense on that trip.
An 8-point differential. 14 feet out. That one was drilled by Cortez.
What a great shooter. All he needs is a sliver of space, and he'll make you pay.
Minor takes it up strong. Throws it down.
Sending it in, Vern. Strong finish.
White has it down low. Hart gets the board inside.
He got hacked pretty hard on that shot. We'll see if he can convert from the line.
Second team
He makes the first. The Vandals are putting the rest of their starting lineup back on the floor. He gets them both. Just over 4 minutes left in the half. He gets called for blocking, and that will be his second foul of the game.
That puts him in early foul trouble, and we'll have to think about getting him out of there for a while.
substitution on the court.
King inbounds the ball. The Vandals were the last ones to touch it, and they'll turn it over.
I'm not sure he recognized that his target was out of bounds when he threw the pass, Vern.
And it's a 10-point game. Cortez dumps it off. Offensive board by Pat. And will go the other way. Nice block by Grass. You have to love a three who can swat shots like a big man.
He has the length and quickness to do that for you and to do it in style.
The steal by Idaho takes it in. The lead is cut to single digits by Grass.
You know he's not missing that one. The D needs to try and keep with him, Vern.
Poked away, but it's recovered by White. Skip pass inside. Cortez gets it on the elbow. Patton pulls the trigger. The three won't fall. About 3.5 minutes left in the half. From deep. Bounced high and in by Cossey. And here we go. The game is tightening.
Both teams are starting to feel the pressure. You can see it in their faces.
Shibashevsky pulls it in. And it's a 5-point game. McElroy to the rim. Hits the layup after the pump fake freezes the D. The Razorbacks will take their first timeout. The Vandals will look to the bench to bring a little more energy here. .259 left in the first half. Cortez feeds it to the top of the key. Perimeter. Dishes to the right block. Draws the foul and he'll get a trip to the line.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
And he makes the first. He's up from the second. Chibashevsky inbounds the ball. It's a 6-point game. Bonfleet hands it off. Corsi passes to the left. To the right. The up fake was a good one, and so was the layup by King.
That's his strength, Vern. Finding the hole in the defense and exposing it.
Substitution on the court.
Intercepted by King.
Such great instincts. He knew exactly where the ball was going.
Arkansas has had serious problems with their interior defense, and Bonnie has a report from their bench.
Coach Keith was yelling onto the court, "I want to see bodies banging in the paint." Coach is pretty frustrated about all the high percentage shots his team's allowed underneath.
All right, Bonnie.
2 minutes
Tran
remaining.
gets it, left wing. Pass, left wing. Hands it off. Poked away, and it's scooped up by Rose. Idaho with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Rose inbounds the ball. King goes up, banks it off the glass and in.
The layup with the soft kiss.
It's a 2-point differential. Gets it, middle. Neal passes it back to the outside. Tran lets it go. Nails the turnaround jumper.
Nice job to convert from in close. Didn't mess around right there. Just straight up.
Dishes to the left wing. Chibashevsky backs him down. That last rebound was missed by Bonfleet. 1:06 left in the first half. The last layup was dropped in by Neal.
Tran, what a pass. That's good team basketball, Vern.
Bounces it to the right side. Corsi has it on the perimeter. Lead pass, cross court. Rose snatches the offensive rebound. The last shot laid gently in.
Even with just a tiny window, he found a way to get it up and in. He's so good around the rim.
The Vandals will go with a different look out there. .35 seconds left in the first half. 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Tran gets it right wing from 20 feet out. Rebounded inside by Minor.
Minor grabbed that rebound with his elbows high, using a little intimidation.
Stolen by Neal. The Razorbacks will get this one back. The Vandals will get the rest of their starters back on the court. Jefferson inbounds the ball. Owen pulls the trigger. The Razorbacks with the block. They still have a 3-point lead. That takes us to halftime. Scope.
Coach Heath is making a lineup change, and this might be a great decision. Some of these players play great together.
Let's check in with Bonnie Bernstein.
During halftime, I talked with Coach Heath of the Razorbacks. He's obviously happy with the score, but there are one or two things his guys can improve upon. He said, we have to put a stop to all of these easy buckets in transition. So in the locker room, they talked about slowing down the fast break and really forcing the other team to play a half-court offense.
Thank you, Bonnie.
He sends it in with reckless authority. That was just plain mean.
Stolen away by Graps. Takes the shot. King corrals the miss.
King with a great offensive rebound there. He worked so hard to establish position.
Tran swings it to the perimeter. Shoots from 13 feet. On the mark. Right home.
I think these fans are getting excited, Vern. They're making some noise now.
The close-range shot missed by Cussy. Riddick to the bucket. Pretty pass by Tran.
They're really clicking out there, Vern. They're reacting perfectly to each other. Those kind of assists are going to come easy to them if they keep this up.
That last long two was missed by Cussy.
Tran grabbed that rebound with his elbows high, using a little intimidation.
Under 9 minutes left in the second half. Raises up. The shot was bounced off the front rim and in by Graps.
He gets the job done almost every time, Vern. We're talking about a fellow with onions.
Skips it to the perimeter. Riddick takes a three. The Vandals facing a narrow deficit.
Get it out of there, big fella. You have to protect the lane, and that time they tried to sneak one through him.
The big guy has spoken. Harmon. Lead pass to the middle. The nice reverse layup was made by Riddick. Shivashevsky inbounds the ball. Graf gets it. Middle. That shot stuck through for two.
What a look. How sweet that was.
Arkansas is shooting itself in the foot with all these turnovers. Bonnie has something for us.
Coach Heath told his coaches, our fundamentals are abysmal. The only guys I want out on the floor right now are the ones taking care of the ball. I don't care if none of them are starters.
Thanks, Bonnie. He is so smooth taking it in.
When a guy goes that hard to the hole, somebody's got to step in and stop him.
Last shot laid in by King. About 7.5 minutes left in the second half. Stolen away by Idaho. Ties it up.
How much do you like to see that? The kiss.
Out left. Throws it up. What a pretty assist on the play by Merritt.
There's a real confident shooter. The D was draped all over him, and it didn't even faze him.
The last shot jammed in by Cussy. Riddick tosses it up. Gets the 3 to 4. What a gigantic edge it is to have a big guy who can hop outside so effectively.
It also forces the man covering him to leave the lane, which creates opportunities for cutters to the hoop.
Meredith to the right. Gently drops it in.
You know he's not missing that one. The D needs to try and keep with him, Vern.
Gets it outside. Well, feeds it to the outside. Outside. Shoots it. The turnaround shot was off the mark by Cussy. About 6.5 minutes left in the second half. Tran dumps it off. Passes it to the outside. Cortez just missed it. No three-point opportunity, but he'll go to the line for two. Can't sink the first.
The Idaho coach is going to put some new players on the floor, and I think that's a wise move. The guys he's going with really play well together.
Meredith will leave the floor. The Vandals facing a narrow deficit. Clausen goes up, lays it in off the glass.
How much do you like to see that? The kiss.
Stolen away by McCready.
You've got to establish position early if you're defending, Vern, and he just didn't beat him to the spot.
McCready inbounds the ball to give them the lead. The shot was missed by Grass.
Look at the big fella pull down that board. When he sees the ball go up, he isn't afraid to go after it.
That last 17-footer was missed. Glover with the rejection, and it's still a 2-point game.
You've got to go up stronger than that. A soft little layup is not a good idea in that situation.
Glover to the rim. Just missed it. No three-point opportunity. He'll go to the line for 2.
Second team foul.
Knocks down the first one. The Vandals will bring a few more starters back in. He gets them both. Idaho may have made some changes just now. Bonnie Bernstein has something for us.
The Vandals just had an impromptu coaches meeting. A lot of yelling about being too deliberate on offense, taking too long to get shots off. I sense, Vern, we're going to see a much faster pace from here on out.
Chibishevsky ends it off. Takes it up.
Corral by Glover. Missing layups are going to get him a quick trip to the bench, Vern.
The Razorbacks will get this one back.
Oh, that would have been a fantastic pick. Great effort.
Cortez throws it away out of bounds, and that will be a turnover.
That's just a loss of concentration. You got to pick your spot and hit the target. You just can't fling the ball.
Tipped away, and it's controlled by Arkansas. The Razorbacks are clinging to a small lead. And we're going the other way. Nice play by King. Dishes it to the right. McElroy catches the nice lead pass in stride and hits the layup.
That's too easy. The D's got to get on him before he gets to the rim.
The last play was cashed in by Cortez. West inbounds the ball. McElroy gets it. Top of the key. Bounce pass. Top of the key. McElroy to the rim. McElroy yanks it down off the glass. Off target on the last layup. Last shot laid in by Grass. He's in his element when it comes to the putback, Bill. He wants it badly.
He wants it more than anyone else. That's for sure. And he gets what he wants.
Stolen away by Grass. And it's gathered up by King.
Oh, the quick hands. Before they even knew what hit them, he made off with that one.
Another steal. He rises up.
That's a tough call to have go your way if you're a defender. You really have to sell it.
The Razorbacks are making some wholesale changes.
Substitution on the court.
McElroy to the rim. Hits the layup after the fake reaches the D.
Coach Heath had no choice but to call timeout and try and stop this run. They don't want it to get out of hand.
The Vandals are making substitutions. Arkansas may have made some changes just now. Bonnie Bernstein has something for us.
The Razorbacks had a little meaning of the coaching lines, Vern. A lot of yelling about being too deliberate on offense, taking too long to get shots off. I sense, Vern, we're going to see a much faster pace from here on out.
Last 18 plays made by Trent.
Both teams have been absolutely on fire. How can you not love this kind of action?
Tran inbounds the ball. The Razorbacks are within striking distance. Riddick, the 15-footer. It's off. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Grass.
He pulled down that offensive board like it was no problem. What a battle.
The last shot fell through. The Razorbacks all time. The Razorbacks are going to bring all their starters back out there now. About 3.5 minutes left in the second half. Harmon had his pass go out of bounds, and they will give the ball up.
That's what can happen when you let it all hang out.
Low percentage pass results in a lost opportunity. They really need to tighten up their game. Last shot laid in by Rose. Gets it, top of the key. The three-pointer was missed by Riddick, and it's a 7-point game.
Nice work by the big fella to get that rebound.
Clossy beats it to the perimeter. Graves takes it up, laid in with the D draped all over it.
Graves, well, he's getting his share of shots for him, and I'm sure he'd like to get more of them to drop. That could turn this game around if he gets hot.
Riddick dumps it off, swings it to the outside. Harmon passes to the right wing. To end the run, rebounded inside by Riddick. He gets it back. Finally knocks it down.
I love the way they're working the ball in tight. It's all about getting easy hoops.
Graves has it outside. Goes up. Gets the ball.
That's a go-to guy right there, partner.
Cortez inbounds the ball. The steal by Graves.
I'd love to see that. He was lurking around, then pounced. Such a deep burn.
Bonfi can't extend the lead to double digits.
Oh, not real good shot selection, Vern. They've got to exercise a little patience and move the ball around.
Missed long by Cortez.
He's got a lot of heart to be out in the court with that injury. You've got to appreciate his toughness.
Skip pass outside. Bonfi has it left wing. Rose dishes it to the right. Graves with the jam.
He is such a high flyer. Is this guy special
or what? Stolen away by Bonfi. Stripped away by Harmon. Again, he's making big plays on defense to help his ball team.
What Cajun instincts on the defensive end.
Harry inbounds the ball. Stolen to the middle. Kicks it out to the right wing. Cortez from deep. Rose corrals the miss inside.
That was a much quicker shot than they might have liked. It was a pretty open look, so it's tough to fault him.
Harry hits the jumper.
Every basket is another dagger. The game is all but over, Vern.
The Razorbacks take it up court. Bounces it to the top of the key. Tran has it baseline. Dumps it off. Pass outside. Cortez lets it go. It's money from deep. Big three from beyond the arc.
He really gets his legs underneath him to gain great leverage on his jumper.
The Vandals will get the rest of their starters back on the court.
Fourth team foul. Substitution on the court.
from deep. It wasn't counted, but the buzzer beater was missed by Clussy. There's the horn. The Vandals beat Arkansas 75-67. Now let's send it to the studio and Greg Gumbel with the Pontiac game-changing performance.
Thanks, Vern, and welcome everyone to the 2K Sports Studios. I'm Greg Gumbel with today's Pontiac game-changing performance. A slam dunk that brings the crowd to its feet, always a fan favorite. The Idaho Vandal made spectacular plays like this one the norm in their runaway victory. How impressive is that?
Thank you, Greg. This is Vern Lundquist for Bonnie Bernstein and Bill Raftery. We hope you enjoyed this presentation of College Hoops on 2K Sports.
Hi, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel, joined at the anchor desk by my partner, Clark Kellogg. Next up on College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. We'll preview some of the biggest games coming up this week in the NCAA, as well as show you the best action from around the nation. But we begin with a special player who was an easy choice as our player of the week in college basketball.
Baz is our choice this week, and he might be winning an even bigger award at the end of the year. There's a lot of talk about him as a player of the year candidate.
To say he was lights out would be an understatement. He had an unbelievable week shooting the ball. He put on an exhibition to the point that his teammates didn't even go to the hoop for a rebound when he put up the shot. They knew it was going in. As you can see, he got the hot hand and never cooled down. Now let's take a look ahead to the games that get top billing on the schedule in the days to come. We've come to the time of year when the conference pictures are really starting to come into focus, and this game is a crucial grudge match between a pair of the best teams in the ACC.
Duke would be my pick here. They're so strong on the inside that I believe they'll be just too tough to match up with. It will really surprise me if that talent discrepancy on the inside doesn't tell the tale of this game.
And there's another game on the agenda that's too juicy to ignore. This should be a terrific matchup. Both these teams are fighting to improve their position among the nation's elite teams, and they're going to have to go through each other to do it.
Penn State should come out on top if I had to make a prediction. Their backcourt is so solid this year, and their guards love to get out and run. That gives them a huge advantage in a game that should be as fast-paced as this one will be.
There was no shortage of excitement on the court in the past few days, so let's take a look at our games of the week. We get started with an important conference battle in the SEC. Florida toppled Vanderbilt.
The Florida Gators made the most of their opportunity to move up, and that's going to serve them very well as we get closer to conference tournament time, even if it's just in seeding position. Florida played some absolutely stifling defense. They made the guys on the other side work for every basket, and you can see that reflected in the shooting percentage. They never let up on the defensive end. That really took the pressure off the offense and allowed them to dictate the tempo of the game. To me, that was the biggest factor.
And two teams, each enjoying a spot in the top 25, got together. Penn State outdid Iowa.
The posters love games like this. It makes their job easy. When you've got two ranked teams like this going up against each other, you can just sit back and see who should go up and who should move down. Murphy took care of business in this one. His 17 points led all scorers. Watching him basically put his teammates on his back and single-handedly carry them to the victory in a big game situation like this was stupendous.
That'll do it for us here in the studio. Welcome, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel, here with my partner, Clark Kellogg. Just ahead on College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. We'll preview some of the biggest games coming up this week in the NCAA, as well as show you the best action from around the nation. But we begin with a special player who was an easy choice as our player of the week in college basketball.
Felton is our choice this week, and he might be winning an even bigger award at the end of the year. There's a lot of talk about him as a player of the year candidate.
No doubt about that. He was absolutely on fire with a total of 96 points. What a magnificent week he had on the offensive end of the court. There are a lot of terrific scorers in college hoops today, and he showed us this week he belongs right there with all of them. His ability to find the holes in a defense is unparalleled. Now let's take a look ahead to the games that get top billing on the schedule in the days to come. The conference tournaments are upon us, and no matchup looms larger. This game is a crucial grudge match between a pair of the best teams in the Big East.
Louisville would be my pick here. They are so strong on the inside that I believe they'll be just too tough to match up with. It would really surprise me if that talent discrepancy on the inside doesn't tell the tale of this game.
And there's another game on the agenda that's too juicy to ignore. This conference tournament showdown should have more action than a typical game between these teams in the Pac-10.
Washington plays a brand defense that should make the difference in this game. A tough team to score against. Squeeze the orange, they'll take it. They'll be in top form for this contest.
Now, let's turn our attention to some of the past week in the NCAA with our games of the week. We get started with an important conference battle in the Pac-10. Oregon defeated Stanford.
The Oregon Ducks made the most of their opportunity to move up, and that's going to serve them very well as we get closer to conference tournament time, even if it's just in seeding position. Crenshaw was the hero of this one with a terrific performance. His 16 points led the team. He was splashing threes from all over the place, Greg. In transition, in the half-court set, it didn't matter. He was letting them fly and watching them drop.
Although this next contest seemed predictable enough, one of the best teams in the country suffered a severe shock to the system. Kentucky was victorious over Florida.
No one could have predicted this outcome, Greg. Florida was sitting pretty as a top 5 team, but you've got to have some doubts about them after a loss like this. Kentucky played some absolutely stifling defense. They made the guys on the other side work for every basket, and you can see that reflected in the shooting percentage. They never let up on the defensive end. That really took the pressure off the offense and allowed them to dictate the tempo of the game. To me, that was the biggest factor.
That's our show, everyone. For all of us here at the 2K Sports Studios, thank you for